Anna, and this is PBS Reno STEM Works, the show where we explore careers in science, technology, engineering, and math, and what makes them so much fun. We take you inside businesses and talk to professionals in the field and explore what they do. Today, we are going to visit with folks over at a company named Ormat to find out what they do.
PBS Reno STEM Works is brought to you in part by the Desert Research Institute.
Have you ever wondered where the power comes from when you turn on a light bulb, charge your cell phone, or play your gaming consoles? In most cases, it comes from the local power plant. Not the kind of plant you water, but a geothermal power plant. At a typical geothermal power plant, wells are drilled, sometimes a few miles into the earth, to pump steam or hot water to the surface. When the water reaches the surface, the pressure is dropped, turning the water into steam, which then spins a turbine connected to a generator producing electricity. Cool, huh? But how does all that steam turn into power that allows you to play Minecraft or Roblox? Let's find out. Today, we'll be visiting the Ormat Technologies geothermal power plant located at Steamboat Springs in South Reno. We'll talk with Katie Griffith, a mechanical engineer, power plant operators Alan Molina and Chris Larabie, as well as Percy Ramsden, the shift manager at the Ormat power plant, and we'll find out exactly what it is that they do. So come on, let's go discover together. All right, here we go. Let's dive right in and find out more. So tell us, what do you guys do at Ormat?
I work in our turbine pump shop, and we rebuild turbines and pumps to help run power plants.
Being here on the computers, optimizing and making sure the plants are running as efficiently as possible. And then I'm outside too, visually inspecting all the plants and making sure that everything out there is running.
We have to maintain the production wells, we have to maintain the freshwater well, and we have to maintain our condensers, our vaporizers, our feed pump.
What happens here in South Reno is we make electricity for the grid here and supply power to the homes and businesses. All our computer systems that are tied to the plants for valves, piping, stuff like that. We run all the plants here at this site at Steamboat, and we run plants at Desert Peak and Brady, which are north of Fernley, and we run a string of OREG plants that stretch from Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota, all from this facility right here in this control room.
That all sounds so interesting. Katie, I am interested in hearing more about what you do day to day.
When we receive word that a pump is broken, they pull it out of the well and then they send it to us here at Ormat, and we tear it apart piece by piece by piece. You can break the shaft, which is the main mechanism turning the pump and actually pulling the water up. You can also suck sand and rocks and debris, and that will get sucked up in the pump and will break everything. And then once we've disassembled, we put it all to the side, we'll clean it, we'll put new bearings in it, and then we'll send it back out to the plant. I get pretty dirty when we tear down pumps. I have a tendency to put my hands inside the bowls to see if there's any major damage to the inside of the parts. There's so much oil and grease in these pumps, my clothes get ruined, but it's always fun. It's like playing in the sandbox.
Thanks, Katie. So what makes your job exciting?
Every day is different. I get to solve a new problem every day, and it doesn't get boring.
It's an exciting company. There's lots of opportunities to grow here.
Not only am I working with my hands, I'm working outside, but I'm also doing something that helps the environment and helps the world, making green energy.
It feels good keeping the lights on out there in Reno, and people have electricity they need to charge their phones, be able to power computers and work from home.
I also like to make money, and it's a good career to make money and make good money.
I like that. So how did you get your job?
I was originally hired to draw models of parts and tools that we already had existing that we needed a drawing for so that we could recreate it, because I had good knowledge of SolidWorks, SolidCam, 3D modeling programs, and I learned that in college. I'm a master now, so I do it every day. Taking classes at UNR, we actually did a project for Ormat for our capstone to help break pumps apart, actually. And from there, I found out that there was an internship. They interviewed me, and then I got the internship, and I've worked here ever since.
I got my start when I joined the military, so I pumped gas into fighter jets with Ormat. A lot of the systems are the same, just a different process.
I went into the military, went through advanced individual training there as powered specialist. I learned a lot of things that have helped me in this field so far.
That's great, Alan. Could you tell us what skills do you need to do your job?
Most important skill I think I have for this job is being calm under pressure for restarting plants, troubleshooting problems that we may have.
Being able to think on your feet and to be able to adapt. Our technology is constantly changing. The way that we process is always changing, and you really just have to be able to adapt to that.
Sometimes we have power outages and we have to scramble and get the plants reset back onto the grid, jump into action and find different ways to get the plant back up and running again.
La cosa más importante de tener en este trabajo es motivación. Con motivación, en cualquier trabajo vas a progresar, vas a avanzar y puedes hacer lo que quieras.
When you were younger, what did you want to be?
I wanted to be an engineer when I grew up. My favorite class in school was science and auto tech. We talked a lot about chemical reactions, which involves a lot of what we do here. We test our water. We do water chemistry every day.
When I was a kid, my dad was a mechanic, so I always spent a lot of time in the garage working with him, helping him, always asking him what I could do to help. With engineering, we're known to be quiet weirdos, and I'm kind of the opposite. I'm very outgoing and outspoken, and I think that we need more of that. We need more girls too, but we need more girls like me.
When I was a kid, I always wanted to be an auto mechanic, working on cars, tinkering stuff, because I love to learn how things work. My favorite class, obviously, was auto mechanics. When I grew up, I used to drive by here and see the plants and the steam and everything coming out of here, and always wondered what was going on in there, and it always intrigued me. And it's kind of funny how I ended up here, because I always used to stare at this place driving by on the road when I was a kid.
The hat's way cool. So when did you decide to become an engineer?
I decided to become an engineer on the first day of orientation. When I showed up to college, undecided, and I saw the guy with the engineering sign, and I was like, I guess I'll follow them.
Going into the military, thought that would be fun and exciting to get into.
I always liked learning something new. I really enjoyed history and science. I didn't really have any idea of what I wanted to do or who I wanted to be, and just one thing led to the next, and I'm happy where I am now.
That sounds great, Chris. What advice do you have for future engineers?
Explore, have fun, and be curious.
Just try your best. Find something that you like and follow through. Engineering is endless. There's so many options for you to create a career or be yourself in.
Definitely go out there and try different things, but just remember that it's okay if you don't know what you want to do right now, because eventually it'll come to you and you'll know. Or you'll find something that you're really good at.
Just get involved, get into those classes if you're interested in it, and try and learn everything about it and see how much more you can make it grow. And it's fun once you learn.
Try and go make a new friend. Go and talk to someone about what they're doing. Go out in the garage with your dad, ask him what he's doing. Ask if you can hold a flashlight. Just immerse yourself in new experiences.
See what sparks your curiosity. If there's something there, go for it and try and dig deeper and make something of it.
There's always a better way to do something, and there's always a better way to make something. And we just need young minds to figure out how to do it.
Thank you, Katie, Alan, Chris, and Percy. It was fun to learn about what you do and why you enjoy it. How exciting and fun was that? We toured the Ormat power plant, learned about what makes all that steam turn into power, and how you might be able to get started on one of these awesome career paths. You can find out more information about Ormat technologies at ormat.com. For more information on this career and others, visit pbsreno.org/STEMworks. As always, don't forget to get out there and discover what it is that gets you going and on the right path to your STEM future.
PBS Reno STEM Works is brought to you in part by the Desert Research Institute.